Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. He's Mike Brenner. We are the odds couple. We come from sportsbookreview.com, SBRodds.com. We're talking with Troy West from TroyWins.com. It's Week 13 in college football. We're going to cover another very, very interesting Pac-12 matchup, Oregon and Oregon State. Now, Mike Brenner, I've been saying this for years, that the Pac-12, more than any other conference, is where you really want to expect the unexpected, right?
Yes.
I mean, if ever there's a conference where you want to try to pick, like a 23.5-point underdog to win outright, it's the Pac-12. And we saw Oregon last week, right? All the horrible season. The defense wasn't getting it done. The offense wasn't clicking. The quarterback was horrible. Gets an outright upset win over Utah, shattering Utah's year. And now they're going into Oregon State for this Week 13 rivalry game. And Oregon State pounded Arizona, getting yet another cover. And Oregon State's been quietly an ATS juggernaut. They haven't been quite at Colorado's level, but they've been very, very profitable overall on the year. The line here is Oregon -3, and I'm thinking maybe Oregon might have taken something from that win. I'm thinking maybe Oregon -3 or might be the play because they do have that great speed. I mean, they're obviously a very, very flawed, reduced version of the Oregon teams that we've seen in recent years, but they do still have some of those components.
Sure. No, there's no doubt.
Maybe Oregon's the play here. What do you think, Mike Brenner?
It could be. It's a confusing game because when I looked into it, I really think that Utah got caught up in that everybody and their mother was beating Oregon, and they just assumed they were going to beat them. And Oregon brought it. Now, can they build off of that? Does that coach? I don't know. Oregon State now, they're licking their chops for this game because and even though it was Arizona they pounded, they're getting ready for this one because this is their Super Bowl. And I don't know. I kind of like the other side, Oregon State, but I'm not going official with it. But I'm damn sure looking forward to hear what Troy has to say because he's been on fire. He went 5-1 last week in college and has a good read on the teams out there.
All right,
so,
Troy West. Yep. Oregon State's been very undervalued this year, but I'm leaning Oregon here. What do you think, Troy?
I'm actually going with you, Pete. I actually really like Oregon in this football game. If you would have asked me last week, I would have said stay the hell away from this game. I have no clue. But like you said, Pete, I thought this Oregon team, me and Mike, we've talked about it. I thought they were done. I still feel that their coach is probably on his way out. But for whatever reason, they brought their pride to the table, went into a very hostile environment in Utah, put up 30-plus points, and got a win on the last play of the game. I think they're going to truly carry that momentum into Oregon State. This is the Civil War. Both teams will be up and ready to go for this game. There's no letdowns here. It's the last game of the year for both these teams. But I just think Oregon is the more talented football team. They've just underachieved all year. I personally felt like they had quit, but they obviously showed a lot of heart, a lot of pride getting it done. Not taking anything away from Oregon State, but they beat a terrible, terrible Arizona team. We've been talking about how bad they've been all year. Not really giving them a whole lot of credit there. I give Oregon a lot of credit for going into Utah, getting that done. I think they're going to go out in a big way, take care of Oregon State in Oregon State. They're the better football team. 3's too low of a number here. I'm going with Oregon. They just showed a lot of pride, and I think they'll get up one more game for their coach. It will kind of be a goodbye to Mark Heifert. They're going to get it done here.
Yeah, I've been looking to time a turnaround from Oregon State all year. For Oregon all year long, and it hasn't happened. Finally, last week, I think it might have happened, and I think they did turn a corner. I think that they will do it again here. I got to jump on this.
Are you really? No, it is. And that was a great breakdown. No, it's a great breakdown on what you said. And this is a coach that even if he loses his job, his players they like this guy because he's been there. He knows what's going on. And if anything, there's just pride involved. Yeah. And Phil Knight and company have a lot of pride. And you know what? They're not going to let Oregon State beat them. They got to carry that momentum. I'm on it too. By God, we're all jumping in that.
All right. Okay, I'll go on it too. Fine.
Come on, Pete, why not?
-3, -106 is the line that Mike Brenner and I will take. What
Great
the hell?
Great breakdown, Troy.
And Troy, I mean, do you think that is this a play that you're really liking a lot, or is it just you're covering this game? And
I think
if you had to give a pick here, you would take Oregon?
No, I do like it a lot. My money will go down on this game as well. I just feel like going into the season, if this would have been like a week 1 matchup, Oregon would have been favored by 17 to 20 points.
No doubt.
They obviously underachieved all year. We got a glimpse last week against Utah of what they're capable of doing, and I truly believe it. They're carrying a bigger stash of momentum in their back pocket going into Oregon State. I'm not taking it. Like I said, Oregon State, they've done their things. They've looked okay at times all year, but that was a big win for Oregon, feather in the cap. I think they want to finish the season strong next week. So
you know what? I'll throw on the first half as well.
There you go. You know what? I'm jumping in there too. Give me the half, baby. The half end of game.
Troy from TroyWins.com. Thanks so much for your thoughts on this. This is the way I was leaning. Now it's solidified after hearing Troy speak for about 45 seconds.
West Coast,
absolutely.
He knows those teams.
All right, Troy, give a quick well-earned plug for your website.
Thanks, guys. We went 5-1 college football last week, 2-1 in the NFL, 7-2 overall. Really starting to catch fire. Come take a look at what we're doing. We cover it all. Best customer service in the industry. Bowl season's right around the corner, and I truly believe we're one of the best when it comes to the bowls. That's TroyWins.com. Come take a look.
Thanks, Troy.
Thanks, Troy.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.